What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. I'm going to be talking about this upcoming week, some things that you need to know, some big events, go over some updated data points, and do some technical analysis and give you my price prediction where I feel things might be going at the end of the week. But before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe. You guys definitely know that by now. Also, if you are new to the channel though, I do daily videos on trending stocks, crypto. I do it all. So make sure you do subscribe and also pop over to my Discord. It is a free chat. A lot of good people, and it is in the description below. With that, let's get right to it. So we all know tail end of last week we did have a lot of good strength, a lot of good momentum. Where is it going for this week? A lot of people are wondering that. Is it going to continue the upward momentum, or is it just going to break down and you trend a little bit lower? But one thing I just want to start off by sharing with you is some big economic events coming out this week. And I've always been explaining to you guys that overall consumers have been for the most part saving the economy. You might disagree with that to some regard, but at the end of the day, consumers are still out there spending a lot of money, still out there working fairly hard and keeping the employment change. And at the end of the day, that is the backbone of what's been saving the economy. Again, that's my own 2 cents, but looking here, there's a lot of big numbers coming out that's going to affect that. So looking on Thursday, June the 2nd, ADP non-farm employment change, 247,000 was the previous, 280,000 is the forecast. So that's going to be playing a very important part midway through the week. And then to cap it off on Friday, there's also non-farm payroll. So previously 428,000, and the forecast is going to be 320,000. So again, assuming those are in line with our forecast, we should be able to get to the next leg up. Conveniently as well, on Friday, June the 3rd, that could aid in another big gamma squeeze, because there's been a lot of volatility the last couple of Fridays, because there is a lot of options activity, especially recently when we did go on our massive rally in November, give or take. The options activity was through the roof. It is starting to pick back up. So I just want to share that with you, because that is going to be a very big thing that in reality plays a very strong importance, because at the end of the day, a lot of these growth stocks have been beaten down so hard that a lot of big money is entering in on these growth stocks, and retail investors are noticing. So again, take that how you see that. I'm not a financial advisor either, so do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But even more so on the 27th, so from Friday, some of the big options orders from that, you can see 3.3 million and 2.96 million dollars as far as a premium, both very much bullish. And you can see July the 15th 2022 and June 17th 2022 for expiry dates, both with a $25 put. So again, in case you guys don't know options, highly suggest in researching them, because they are very beneficial. But when there is a put, selling a put more specifically at a $25 strike price, that is very much bullish. So clearly a lot of big money is thinking that things are coming up and about to have a big explosion. Again, this is why right now is an amazing time to buy in, despite us rallying off of that 1325 big point. There's also big news that's been coming out that I feel that was causing us to have a nice little rally as well. There was a little bit more reshuffling as far as executives. I did cover this in the live stream. Unfortunately, I did not know that they already at that time updated their board of directors and their management team on here. So Peter Rawlinson, so I did scroll down at the time of the live stream, and I brought up hypothetically who could have been the one that moved around. But it does appear based on this article that it does say that Peter, this individual right here, was the one that unfortunately is being shuffled around and is not in charge of that quality anymore. So again, that is very positive. It does appear that Nicholas is now the new vice president of global quality. Again, I really like this. I know unfortunately it does suck in these kind of scenarios to see executives being moved around, but it goes to show that Lucid is committed to doing the right thing to move forward, get that next leg up, because this is very pivotal. First year for Lucid is going to show the world and other companies such as Tesla more specifically and Elon that we are a force to be reckoned with. So I think this is a very big deal in my opinion, and clearly the market did appreciate that as well. But looking here again, I'm going to do a little bit more detailed short analysis and stuff like that, but we are appearing at least based on this, and this is a comparison between the closing price and the short interest and short percentage. Especially I've always done a lot of videos talking about short interest because I use that as a good benchmark to, obviously, those are the individuals that are contrary to what we believe in. They clearly think Lucid is going to go down. But right now it does appear that there is a little bit more of a closening of the deviation, which could indicate something similar to what happened tail end of last year. But again, take that how you see that. I'm going to do a little bit more in-depth analysis on short information. All of this on here is Ortex. I do have a link to them in the description below. But as far as Lucid, the short score is 85.20. That is the likelihood of a short squeeze occurring. The higher the number, the higher the chances. So that's something for you to keep in mind. Utilization is 100%. Short interest is 24.12. Very mind-blowingly high, and cost to borrow average is at 17.26, which again is relatively high in my opinion. So this is why I feel that there's a lot of people talking about a short squeeze. I even did a video, if there was a short squeeze to occur, how high would it go and what would cause it? I highly suggest you popping over and taking a look at that. Even more reason why you need to subscribe as well, because I do daily Lucid content. Very much a go-to for the updates and things like that. But still, that aside, I like to use them as a benchmark. So overall, there's a lot of positive things that is coming and representing themselves with Lucid. I'm going to do a little bit more technical analysis just to give you a good point on that. So looking on the actual chart, there is that deviation starting to occur that's been over the last several days. Black line above the red showing a nice bullish trend. Momentum, number of buyers is up, and you can see where my cursor is. That is at 0. Anything above that shows that we are getting a lot of new buyers in, and that as of recently is a very nice change. So clearly things are coming. People are anticipating a lot of positive things for Lucid, and possibly the fears of recession might be over. But keep in mind though, I do believe it is on June the 10th. That is when the new CPI data does come out, and that might resurge a little bit more fear, or depending on what comes from the actual event and the data, it could cause a nice rally, a substantial rally, because even looking on the Fibonacci, we are at a very pivotal point. $20.58, that is the point to watch for, and conveniently looking on the actual chart, that is exactly where that 50-day moving average is. So again, if we get over that point, we are going to have a nice rally. So keep that in mind. That is a very important point to watch for this upcoming week. And I'm just going to pop over as well, show you some as far as resistance and support points. 1983 is exactly where we are. First resistance point is $20.10. Second and third, $20.36 and $20.85. Fairly close knit. That might be hard for us to get over, but if we do get over that, we can easily trend up and have a massive gap up. So just keep that in mind as well. There's a lot of interesting and important points to watch for. On the contrary though, as far as support points, 1935, 1886 and 1860. So there is a little bit more of a gap here. So again, there's going to be a lot of volatility. We are all used to that, and most likely I feel overall the broader week is going to be very much bullish, but there's going to be several days as far as consolidation. Very healthy for the stock at the end of the day, and I think a lot of big growth stocks are going to be all acting the exact same way this week, but assuming that the economic data that does come out is fairly positive and nothing substantial really comes out from any big name individual or blah blah blah. You guys get where I'm saying with that. But still, I feel based on all the options activity, the technicals, and overall the broader relaxing or calming in the market is all going to aid in Lucid getting to the next level up. So getting right to it though, where is Lucid going? I'm going to give you my price prediction. So looking here, I feel honestly we can get over that $21 mark, and most likely, so I'm going to say $21, depending on if everything is fine with this as far as consumer updates and the events, then we can get to that $21 mark. I feel we don't have enough to get over that and sustain and stay there, but $21 is fairly realistic. Again, it could go either way, right? Depending on the data that does come out. If it shows that there's a lot less money being spent or made from consumers, then unfortunately we could gap down, and most likely will be at the around $19 mark, possibly, if anything, $18.50. But keep that in mind. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. And out of everything, I feel that there is a strong likelihood of a squeeze, especially if there's a lot of positive news that does come out, because like I've always said, and even in my recent video, like I already mentioned, all it takes is some positive news, and not necessarily just that, but it needs to have a nice bullish rally as far as the broader market. We are starting to enter into what it looks like a nice value rally in the broader market. So if good news does come out during this time frame, then yeah, you never know, right? We could have a good squeeze. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below, and let me know your price target, where you feel Lucid is going to go by the end of the week. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.